This is Poke Duel, and in this channel, I'm on a mission of collecting all illustration arts and SARs from the most recent generations of Pokemon and putting them into a binder collection. In this video, we have specifically Metapod for the Pokemon of the day. Metapod. Who doesn't like a little bit of Metapod?
Maximum hardness, Metapod!
Alright, let's get right into this. We have 15 cards to open for this video. For the first card, we have a card from Garden State TCG right here, and this is from New Jersey. Here we can see it is an $18 value card, so let's see what we have. And for the first card for this opening, we have Golurk. This card is from Evolving Skies, and it's one of the cheaper cards from Evolving Skies. It's only around $18. Unfortunately, every time I buy cards from TCG Player, I order them from TCG Player, the centering is terrible. It's like they never put the decent centering cards for SARs. They always have bad centering on TCG Player. But looking at this card in detail, it's really pretty unique. There's actually some Swablues. Swablues like to feature on a lot of these special cards. There's, I believe this is a Nickit right here. That's all the Pokemon I see featuring on this card. But overall, for an SAR, I really like this. And that is a good start to the opening. The next card is from Game Euphoria in Washington, Missouri. And I actually got several cards from Game Euphoria. But we see the first one here is Gothorita. This is the second evolution. I believe this is Gothita, maybe? But it evolves twice, and this is the second evolution. Overall, I mean, it's a pretty dark card, which kind of goes with the theme. I mean, it is a psychic Pokemon. And we got some jewelry and whatnot. It's like floating in the sky. And the next one is Sawsbook. So Sawsbook here, we do have a Deerling card that released in the same set, I believe, that the Sawsbook, or maybe it was two separate sets. But they go right along with the theme here. Like this is spring, fall, and I don't know, summer, whatever. You get what I mean? There's different seasons in the card. Card I think was a little bit more expensive than Deerling. Might be the next one, yep. So we have the Deerling next to the Sawsbook. Oh, sorry. Let's get those next to each other. And you can see all the seasons in one big picture with them combined. And it's pretty cool how you can see Deerling running, or maybe galloping, or maybe even flopping. I don't think Deerling is LeBron, but Deerling floppy loppy to the evolution Sawsbuck. Looks pretty cool. And there's one more card here, and it is Ranuculus. Ranuculus is a Pokemon that I really liked using in the game. It has a really weak defense, a really strong attack. But I mean, what they're doing with these artworks is pretty cool. If you look real closely, you have the first evolution right here. And then this is actually the second evolution right here. And I'm pretty sure the second evolution's name is Division. And then there's the first one again. Kind of a basic background. It's like swimming for psychic Pokemon. That's kind of weird. This Pokemon, I believe, always got a decent amount of hate, but honestly, I've always really liked Ranuculus. But there's 4 cards from Game Euphoria. Let's see what we have for the next one. The next one is from Rapid Spin Gaming in Georgia. Let's see what we have. And here we have another very affordable card to get. Illustration art from one of the more recent sets, but there's Crustle. And they have a really good background on this. I really like how it looks. And there's just 3 Crustles right here. So Crustle right there, and another Crustle right there. devolves from Dwebble, but they haven't released an illustration art for Dwebble yet, so unfortunately we don't have to, we don't get to pair those up right now for this video. But I really like the whole picture frame for Crustle right there. The next one we have is from Omega Gaming. Looks like Houston, Texas. And next we have the Blitzle. So Blitzle, little lightning zebra. It's kind of cool how this card looks. We have one Blitzle way back here. Looking at another Blitzle that's way over here. This was a card from Paradox Rift. It's around $4 to $5 card if I remember right. Ooh, look at that. I like if you tilt it. It looks really bright. Check out that Blitzle. At the end of this video, we'll put all these cards on sleeves and we'll put them in the binder in Pokédex order, because we're collecting all of them. The next one is from Nerd Pond in Maryland. And I think this is the most expensive card that you can actually buy from Generation 5. So this one is from Chilling Rain, if I'm not mistaken. But it is Tornadus. A lot of Pokemon featuring this, because Tornadus is like a tornado right here. He's flying around. I believe that's Score Bunny. We got a Rufflet. Really, you gotta look real closely. There's a Whiscash right up there on the top. Really, if you look really closely right here, there is a Shuppet. Shuppet! I'll focus back on that, and there is Tornadus. The next card is from Nerd Gaming in Illinois. And the next card is Vanillish, the ice cream cone. This is the second evolved form. It's the evolved form right here, the second part of the evolution. I really like this one too. It's really unique artwork. A little kid right there with the ice cream cone, and Vanillish is basically like the mascot, I would think, for the ice cream place right here. But overall, I mean, this is a pretty good card. I think it was around $6 or $7. Let me know which one of all of these cards you like the most in the comments for this video. So we'll move on to the last one from Gen 5, and then we'll move over to the ones from Shrouded Fable. And we have two more cards right here, actually. So there is a Joltik card right here, and Joltik has a illustration art also in the set that is releasing in a week. I'll put a picture of that one on here. Let me know if you like this one more or the new artwork. Honestly, in my opinion, I kind of like this one more. We got Joltik really close up, looking at or sleeping on a Yamper. It's kind of ironic though. Joltik is a tick, obviously, and it's on the dog. Honestly, it looks kind of big on the dog too. But this card was around $5, I believe. And the next card is actually from Shrouded Fable itself, but it is from Generation 5. I've always kind of thought Zoro as a mythical or like a legendary, but it's not, because it did have that Pokemon movie. I did watch that a while back. But it looks real cute right there, sleeping on probably a Japanese hut or a house or something like that. I did get this card for around, I think it was $9 when I ordered it. It may have gone down a little bit since then. But another one that I really like, so let's see what we have from the other generations. Alright, from the other generations that we're catching up from Shrouded Fable, we have a card here from the Trading Card Academy in Ohio. And we have the Houndoom. For a little bit, this was talked about being probably the chase card from Shrouded Fable, because no one really wants to go for the special illustration arts. I could kind of see why. They could have added a little more color to it, but this card does look pretty sick. I'll put this in the binder right next to the Houndoom, and we'll look at those two cards together a little bit later on. but this one was around $22 when I got it. So there is Houndoom. The next one is from Parker in Pennsylvania. And we're moving back to Generation 1 with Horsey. This is a really bright, really cool looking one. I got this for $11 or $12. I could see this one holding up in value. Probably won't dip lower than $7. I could only see it really going up. Horsey's a kind of like a beloved Pokemon from Generation 1, I would think. They didn't make the Horsey Evolution Seadra illustration art yet. We already saw the Kingdra from the special boxes from Shrouded Fable. But I really like this one as well. It's a really nice one. Looking forward to adding this to all the other Gen 1 Pokemon we already have to our collection. And the next one is from Longbotham PPC, Virginia. And the next card is actually from Generation 4, and it's Cresselia. So this is a very glamorous, I would say, looking card. To me, I think they should have made Cresselia a little bit bigger than it is. It doesn't really get a good close-up of the Pokemon. There's more background than the Cresselia. But this one was around $10, I think I got it for, and it might go down a little bit more. But overall, not a bad card. The last card for this opening we'll have from Ministry Games in Massachusetts. And the last card for this opening is Dusclops, another spooky Pokemon. It knows the moved Cursed Blast. I do like how they came out with all the evolution line for Dusclops and Shrouded Fable. Honestly, in my opinion, a lot of people don't like Shrouded Fable. I actually like Shrouded Fable a lot. Mainly because I think all of the illustration arts are really good. And I'm looking forward to seeing Dusclops and Dusknoir all together. Fortunately, Dusknoir is not the same generation as Dusclops and Duskull, so we won't get to really see them in the binder next to each other, but I'm looking forward to putting them all together. This one was around $15 at the time I ordered it. So let's move on and add all of these cards to the binder and see how it looks. Starting off, we will add the Horsey. It's Pokemon number 116, which will be 2 after the Tangela, which will go here. I will do a video, probably the next video next week or the week after, of a breakdown of every single generation so far that we've collected. Don't want to get into it all right now. So next will be Houndoom. And here's Houndoom right next to the Houndour. And Houndoom is Pokemon 229. So there they are together. And next we'll add the Dusclops, which will go before the Tropius. As you can see, these should be in a second binder, but because I don't have it yet, they're all pretty condensed. So. And we'll move on to Generation 4, where we will add the Cresselia right here. And then now we're going to finally move on to Generation 5. So first is the Blitzle. And just look how that changes based on how you turn it. Blitzle will go here. And then Crustle, which will go here. Zoro, which will go here. We are missing the Timber card, which hasn't arrived yet. Gotharita, Ranuculus, and then obviously we will not have any of the Gen 5 cards from the set that hasn't released yet, but some people have already opened it. And there's Vanillish, which will go here. And then we got the Deerling. With the Sawsbuck. Let's see those two again next to each other. And Joltik. Golurk. And Tornadus. Too bad they don't have a Thundurus yet. But that's going to do it for Generation 5. Thank you for those that decided to make it till the end. Shout out to Metapod for being the Pokemon of the day. And please leave a like and subscribe if you like this sort of content. Hopefully next week we get our second binder and I'll do a review from how much we spent for Generation 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we'll be moving on to Generation 6. If we don't get that binder, we will be opening up Generation 6 next week. So again, thank you all for watching and have a great week.